All right, we got a 2024 Indian RoadMaster and we have a 2020 Indian Challenger with a tour pack on it. Basically a Pursuit without the adjustable suspension and the lowers and a few other things. But today we're going to be putting bars on the RoadMaster and we're going to be putting new front and rear tire on the Challenger. 48 hours with these bikes. Let's jump to it. I got a problem. With these bikes in the way, it makes it difficult for me to work on these bikes. So there we go. We got the RoadMaster in the place of the other bikes. Move them out of the garage for now. And we just got 3 baggers. There it is. God dang. Oh yeah, because you gotta take it to Tennessee, right?
Yeah, it's about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. And right now I just have too much fun riding what we do, so I can't put it down.
It's finna get cold, but you ride during the cold anyway.
Yeah, it'll come when I get ready.
Tires have been fighting me a lot more lately, and I don't like it. Ooh. All right, y'all. I promised that I'll use the air compressor because I do have one. I'm just too lazy to get the thing, and I kind of like showing people that you don't need it, but this thing doesn't push enough air sometimes to get that beat pop. All right, set to 42. All right, let's see what 4 weights do. All right, valve stem, red dot, 4 weights. I'm gonna go with 4 weights. It's gonna balance it out. All right, time to reinstall this one. I should probably take the stickers off, but I'll do that shortly. There we go. Yeah, I'm sweaty. Alright, and now we're going to torque these down to 19 and put saddlebags on, and this Challenger is good to go for another 10,000 miles, I guess, on the tires. Done. Alright. Stickers. All right, so Challenger is gone. Didn't really get a chance to do a good ride on it. I did scrub the tires in, and the owner came and got the bike pretty much the same day I finished the bike, or the same day I had it. But now we got the RoadMaster. We're gonna go ahead and take these bars off. It should be pretty standard. We gotta pop these off. We gotta take the windshield off because there's some screws down in here. And then we're going to have to remove this, and this just pops out and take the headlight out. The big thing is that on the handlebars, you can't get these off because there's a harness behind all of this that's zip tied to the bracket. And that's going to give us the extra room we need to, one, of course, disconnect it and be able to pull the handlebars out, but also give us the extra length for the bars. They're going to be a little bit taller. All right, should be get right to these now. It's only 5 screws that hold this windshield on here. So you got this piece on the back that can be a little bit challenging to get out without it falling down in here, but I've already dropped one, but it is what it is. You got these little rubber pieces that keep it from rubbing right there. Right there, right there, there, and there are those really hard to get to screws. I would definitely recommend you get a good old magnet. What works for me is an extension with an Allen key like that. And you know what I just realized? This clutch line, we changed that out on the Chieftain, and I think it was pretty dang tight. It runs through the triple down right here. I'm gonna figure that part out. Ooh, look at that bug that got splattered in there. Protection. Oh, those are heated grips. Definitely got to save those. I was tugging and twisting trying to get this freaking grip off. There's actually a freaking screw right there. What do you know? I was like, I knew I broke this glue up. As much WD-40 acetone I sprayed in this thing. Oh yeah, sure did. That glue. All right, this little thing's tricky and I'm tired of arguing with it. There's a little trigger right here. When you say you either lift up on it. I wasn't lifting up hard enough. Rise the bolts. There we go. Bars. When I tell you that is a tight fit, that is a tight fit. Because I can never get this on the first try, here's a good hack for you. Use one of the windshield mounting pieces with a shoestring, feed it through, tie this on the other end, pull it through. This is not a hard job, but it's definitely an irritating one. You gotta get everything set a certain way. truthfully, this is a lot of bike. The biggest next to Challenger that you can get from Indian. Chieftain, when you add everything to it, this is pretty much what you get straight from the factory. Well, no, I guess Pursuit, right? But this is a lot of bike, baby. But it doesn't matter, because we're gonna see what it do. First thing I need to do, of course, is check clutch grab. Bites out a little to the end. I might have to adjust that when I get back. Not too bad. I'm gonna let this windshield down, so we know where to do that. Actually, it's a little tall for me. Let's see. All right, I think we're good, and go for a ride. See what it is. All right, well, my good old proving grounds, man. I love coming through here. Why are people not on their side of the road? That's the second person today. Jesus. But first thing I can tell you, I actually end up having to let this windscreen up, because when I have it down, it is right in my line of sight, so I can't fully see. Right here is where it's like, okay, you're kind of in my way. So I just fully let it up. Some people think it's a gimmick, but on Indian motorcycles, these windshields go up and down on all of the touring bikes, and it allows you in the city to let it down to get more air. And when you get on the highway, you let it up and it creates this nice little pocket. But this bike, you know, best thing I can describe it to is a Chieftain, because that's pretty much what it is. It's a Chieftain with not bags, but more amenities like the lowers, the heated grips, and do heated grips come with Chieftains? I don't know, I don't remember. But this was pretty much loaded out. You get everything, the fog lights. You know, what's funny is this one, the RoadMaster, has the fog light button right there. And I know, you know, the Pursuit's come out since the RoadMaster, even with this design, but the Pursuit that I have, it does not have a hard fog light button. I have to go through Ride Command just to turn that on. A little bit cumbersome, but I don't understand why they wouldn't just make that a button. I don't know. What is that in the road? That is a bag of something in the road. Could have went around it. I still wanted to see what it was in the road. We do have a small issue, being that the bike has been sitting in the garage for a couple of days. The tire pressures have dropped. It was 29 PSI before I started, and now it's at 32 in the front and 37 in the rear. Yeah, I should have checked that before I left. But the thing about the TPMS sensors that I don't like on all Indian motorcycles, and somebody educate me if I'm getting this wrong, but even when you turn the bike on, it does not immediately give you the pressure. You only found out the pressure until you've actually gone around the block, which is what I did. So yes, that is why that symbol is up there. Nothing else wrong with the bike, no engine codes, nothing like that. Considering is that this is the best bike you can get from Indian Motorcycle next to a Pursuit or an Elite if you go with all the crazy paint that they do now, which is very beautiful. I have a problem with this windshield. It's almost like when I lean it, now this part of the windshield is in my line of sight and it gets kind of weird. So that's kind of, this is not set up for my height, but it is a little bit of an irritant. Oh, why are you not on your side of the road? Jesus Christ, what is with y'all today? Stay on your side. Considering this is the best bike you can get from Indian, it feels so good, but it's such a big bike. But compared to the Challenger that I recently changed tires for, one thing that I complained about, he had a tour pack on it that was not specifically designed for Indian. And so it felt kind of weird, because when I would get in the bike, you know, Challengers, they have so much torque, you can feel the rear end squat. It wants to stand up, and so it makes the front end lighter. And when it comes back down, not fully getting the wheel off the ground, but it just lightens the load just that little bit. And that's on an 800-pound bike, that's not something you want. Even though he had that tour pack on it for a Harley, it was using the mounting system for the Indian, but it did not feel as balanced. And I can say the balancing on this is so much better, so I have a lot more confidence when I gun on it. I don't feel like the rear end is going to get squirrely on me, so that's definitely something to think about. I can tell you this, getting off the bike, I had to be very careful not to hit these. I've hit these every single time that I got off the bike, so I don't like these as far as mounting and dismounting, but obviously for a passenger, godsend. While this thing idles here, I found something that came loose. That's a problem. Gonna have to put some glue on that. Nothing that I did, but still, you pay that much for a bike like this? Yeah, you can see it from this side. See that? You spending that kind of money for a bike like this, that should not happen. I want to stop, check it out, but I don't want to pull it off any more than it already is. This thing, bro, is these big old bikes. Because we do get, you know, modes. So we're gonna drop it down. He told me to ride it like I stole it, so we're in first gear. Woo! I heard the tire grip. Yeah. See, it's so stable when it comes down. Oh, but I didn't tell you guys about the bars, man. So before, the bars were a little bit lower. I do feel like you can control this bike a little bit better. I just do cruise control so I can, oh, let me slow down. I'm over here riding like this. I do feel like you can control it a little bit better with the bars down here, you know, because the center of gravity that you're controlling is, you know, is down here. But up here, you know, it's so much more comfortable for taller people. And he did come by and, you know, he sat on it, and, you know, I asked him, like, was this where you wanted it? He said if anything he would roll them back a little bit, but he said he's fine with them as they are. He's gonna ride it, and if, you know, if he wants to change, he'll let me know. But we're good, and it's just a matter of him getting on it and riding it and see how everything is gonna go. Man, look at that piece down there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a solution for that. That should not be happening on a $40,000 bike, or whatever the amount that this bike costs. So, but yeah, let's take it on in and close it out. Yeah, once you bag one big old bike up, you backed them all up in a sense. But I'll tell you something, man. Something else has happened. The front sensor is no longer registering. That is unfortunate and interesting. That's going to be something that I can't figure out. All right, 41, 40. So once you start riding, it'll fill up a little bit more. And being that I will be changing out the exhaust on this bike, I will hold that off for the rear when I take those saddlebags off. Got you some act right. Yeah, that just showed 2 dotted lines a couple of seconds ago, but hey, whatever, it works. All right, I think that's where we're gonna end it. We got the bars on, they're set up exactly where the owner wants them to be. I went back and messed with that mirror, also that TPMS sensor, and that flappy bit down there. I need to get some sticky tape to settle that. It should not happen, but hey man, electronics. But the bike is set up, man, it's beautiful. Front tire has more air in it. It is in the fall, so the pressure is gonna be a little bit lower. Still need to do the rear, but I'm waiting on that exhaust to cool off. You can hear it ticking. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, I got to take those saddlebags off to get to that, so I'll put air in it at that point in time. But if you want to see a step-by-step on how to change out the handlebars, you can click right here and check out that Chieftain video. But as always, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Catch you in the next one. Peace.